If I had a Kickstarter campaign and got $3.9 million, I would probably run. Obsidian got this chance, but they decided to create an enjoyable game with a classic feeling. Like a bunch of morons. So 2 weeks ago I pretty much promised an awful review of the first Assassin's Creed. Sadly I had a personal problem. The personal problem was called Pillars of Eternity. Spent like 60 hours on it. Like many other RPGs, the game starts with character creation. You get to pick your gender, then you get to pick your race. Here on the side you can see that the different races have different lore and you get different attributes, and who gives a shit? There's a race called godlike. I don't care what the other races get. This guy looks like he consumes the souls of the weak for a living. And this guy looks like he pays taxes on time. I also made him a merchant, and therefore I kinda had to make him a wizard, because let's be honest, this guy is not going to be able to sell anything without some serious magic. So you're with this caravan that are trying to get to this city, and they are pretty close. But then they have to stop in these somewhat dangerous ruins. Something about a fallen tree and your character having a minor headache. So you're in these ruins and your caravan guy tells you to go out and pick some berries. Probably a bit annoyed. You know about the whole stopping the entire caravan thing. So you're picking berries and you get to add stuff to your character's backstory and his dream. I decided that my character used to own a store and his dream is to become filthy rich. You weren't actually allowed to pick what kind of store he used to own, so I'm thinking rubber ducks. Obviously, as the story goes on, we will find out more about our character. For example, my character is incredibly racist. No, impressively racist. So back at the caravan, the guy with the actually important job has disappeared. So you go out to look for the guy, and he's dead. Then everyone else is dead. Then you're in a cave. Then you come out from the cave and you see some people having a fun midnight party. Boom! Now you can communicate with souls. You have become a watcher. So what is a watcher really? Well, it's a person that can talk to people's ancestral life. Basically, you can talk to all those farmers you have in your family tree. So now you might be saying, wow, that sounds astonishingly useless. I thought so too at first, but as the game went on, I kinda came to realize that yes it is. But also being a watcher allows you to see dead people. Here is where I would make a movie reference if I made movie references. So how did our fella actually become a watcher? Does it have something to do with the guys that did the ritual and then there was an explosion and whatnot? I don't know. I mean, it's possible. It's a major problem with games like these for us that refuse to read. But now you might be thinking, you refuse to read, but the game is mostly text, what? Well, it's not entirely text, it's also voice acted. But my headphones are broke. I have no idea what's going on right now. So far in all my reviews I've never talked about a game's graphics. And I won't start now. But I want to give you guys a professional tip. When I created my first character, I looked all around the place. I talked to everyone, I looked behind every corner, I just searched and explored and traveled. It took me 15 hours to make it to Act 2. So what have I learned from all that? Exploring is for idiots. So I immediately created a new character, but this time I wasn't going to explore at all. And it took me something like 40 minutes to get to the second act. Just way superior. On your way there, you will get a Stronghold. It's this game's player housing. You can invest in this Stronghold and make it look better and make it safer. And here comes my second professional tip. Don't. First of all, look at where it's located. Defiance Bay is all the way over here, and to be honest, it's not really close to anything. So before you start investing, you need to remember that you will probably never be able to sell this house for anything close to market value. And apparently no one in the entire Eastern Reach has decided to invest in public transport. So what I'm saying is, sell it immediately, try to get a nicer place, maybe a small house closer to Defiance Bay. Because investing money in the Stronghold, it will just be a money sink, it will just be a waste of time. You will never get it back. Or maybe turn it into a brothel. This game does not fill the brothel quota. Then again, there might be more brothels, but I just missed them because, you know, Exploring is for idiots. The game has 3 major problems that I can only describe as super immersion breaking. First of all, it's not very realistic. Yes, the dragons and the magic and all that, yes, those things aren't very realistic, but that's not what I'm talking about here. There was something else that it's just weird. Super minor spoiler here. When you first travel to the village Gilded Whale, you see a tree and a bunch of people hanging out. They were put there by this Lord Roderick guy, and you kinda get that, yeah, he seems like a bit of a prick. But you know, there's no pollution in the city or something like that, so his environmental policies are probably fantastic. I'm thinking that's how he got elected. But anyways, after you kill a couple of mushrooms and settle a bar fight, a guy will walk up to you and say, "Hey man, so people are having it pretty bad here, you should like, I don't know, walk up and kill that Roderick guy." Obviously your answer is no, because that would be mental. You just solved a bar fight. You're not really fit for storming a castle, are you? So obviously that's bloody unrealistic. I mean, if you're at a store and 2 people are arguing about return policy and you're like, "Hey, can't we all just get along?" And then some guy walks up to you and say, "Hey man, I mean, people are arguing about return policies, it's not very—" Kill the Prime Minister! You would be like, "No, what are you talking about? No." The second problem, well, these are the factions I have found, and you're able to join many of them. But there's one faction missing. Notice it? Do you see it? I mean, if you were a hardcore fantasy fan like me, you would like see it immediately. That's right, there's no communist faction. Obsidian could have put a city called Leningrad over here, and we could have walked there, and then, you know, joined them, you know. Just have fun. Have fun with the communist. I mean, lore-wise it makes a lot of sense. We could have stormed Gilded Whale and take over everything around it. Then lay siege to Defiance Bay. Then storm the palace. The rulers are dead and Durwood is red. So anyways, I'm thinking that would probably make a bit more interesting quest than, well, the Crucible Knights, they have a quest where you pretty much have to go and get a Christmas gift or something. I wasn't really paying attention. But you know, it fits with the fantasy setting. Exploring is for idiots. Another problem I faced, I'm sure it will happen to a lot of you too, is that I got bored of leveling and collecting gold. So I did what any sane person would do. I went on Bing and I searched for some sheets. I found this nice looking Moldavian website, and I downloaded a file called Pillars of Eternity Gold NXP Sheet.exe. Didn't work at all. Completely destroyed my computer. So that's a rather massive negative point. Hopefully in the future Obsidian will patch this. Well, to end it all, last month I made a Dragon Age Inquisition review. I seriously think that the developers should have watched that before making this game. If you're interested in Pillars of Eternity, you should probably check out another review. And that's the Killian experience. Well, you could like and subscribe, I guess. I'm eating Caesar salad now. Last week I was eating Greek salad, but now I'm trying something different, and I don't get the hype. Then again, I might just be shit at making Caesar salad and just amazing at making Greek salad. But anyways, subscribe for more garbage. Shite.